Welcome to Titan Wednesdays. So we were talking about eggs, Crims. We'll finish that discussion before we actually do this thing that we normally do, which is cat. I'm only kidding. Look at, don't panic. We're keeping it real, baby. It's Team Ambition Day Spa. They're taking on Olympus Onyx. It's the battle of relegation, Crims. Can you believe it? Team Ambition Day Spa yet to win a game. I mean, they've won individual games, but they haven't won a series yet. The same can't be said for Olympus Onyx, as they have already taken one. They're 1-3 for the season. Do we have a favorite in this one? I know we're a big fan of the Team Ambition Enterprise, but
it's hard to know. It's hard to know in specific matchup who's going to win in this one. Although I'm going to be asking production. I don't know if this is a good idea right now, as Lucan usually juggles a lot of things at the same time. But are they going to be able to make it out from the side of Team Ambition Day Spa? Because potentially they can only get 3 more wins, I think. So are they already out of contention for playoffs here? I'm going to wait for Lucan to answer that. But yeah, they really need to pony up some wins here.
Either way, you need to win, right? Ultimately, it comes down to that. Who wants it more? We know what Team Ambition Day Spa can do to bamboozle everybody in the way that they select their champions. And there's a couple of culprits on the team. Dark Wankery, we're looking at you, bud, to see what he'll actually take out in that mid lane. Now, very culpable mid laner, knows what he's doing, and really, this should go really close, Crims, really, between the teams. Again, there's not very much to separate them. This is a must-win game for both of them here. It's all at stake. You want to stay in Titan, you have to win right here, right now.
Yeah, this is basically do or die, and I'm getting confirmation. Team Ambition Day Spa. They don't have many chances here.
Additional Day Spa.
Additional Team Ambition Day Spa. They don't have many chances, but they will certainly have none if they lose this game here, Lamb. So Team Ambition, do or die moment. This is on week 5, and just to remind everyone, we do end the season at week 7 here. So, Lamb, this is it. This is it for Team Ambition here.
It is, but again, we go back and recently we casted as of yesterday, and we already know that the changes that have come through the meta kind of have dictated how the bot lane plays out, how the jungle actually plays out, and the compositions that you opt to go into based on what you're trying to do with them, right? We've seen very negative results for scaling compositions across the board if you want to go like that. For early game junglers, though, it's very good. This recent meta, Makai has been kind of nerfed into oblivion. It's not really that priority pick we see anymore, but it's still available in the support role, right? It's very good when you pair up with somebody like Varus, or I mean, you could pair up with an Ashe if you want to take a AD carry. But again, the Ashe, that still holds so much prio in the team selection on how you can develop your composition. If you lock in his champion, Crims, still an incredibly low ult cooldown, can offer so much with that Haley Blades in lane as well. And there's so many AD carries that you can actually pair with this champion.
You know, you can flex a top as well. I think jungle is still the best role ultimately, because Maokai, terrible laner. Of course, if you put him in the support role, does offer that utility to the AD carry here. I'm still in favor of those lane controlling lanes. Varus, Ashe, Caitlyn, Lux, Karma, something with Karma in the bot side. So I still prefer that style. However, come next patch with the new jungle changes, might not be the case anymore, as overall the jungle has just been completely nerfed. Like, all junglers just took a step down. Even farming junglers, despite them trying to nerf the ganking junglers, they ended up nerfing everything here. Ganking junglers, though, let's not deny it, they did take a hit here. So Maokai going to be taking out Renata's very good counter engaged champion. So definitely want to be making sure that you're banning her in the right spot, right? If you're playing something that's sitting far back, don't ban the Renata, even if they're really good at Renata. But if you're playing an engaged comp, you got to take this champion out.
Speaking of engaged, Nunu is going to hit the ban phase as well. Now, J4, I was just about to mention this champion. Unfortunately, it's taken away again. Seen a bit of a rise in popularity, J4, the Cataclysm is so key and vital in these big team fights, and what people actually like to do is they like to come together in that 5v5, right, and try and make plays around that, because ultimately when it gets down to this kind of, I guess, lower bracket in the league, then that's usually what people are relying upon. They're not relying upon, you know, getting those really big wins in the lane. They want to try and group together. And Xayah, again, another champion that we're starting to see more and more often here, Crims.
And Xayah tends to get paired with that Rakan as well, so Lovers Duo are starting to show up a lot more. And Xayah just has insane win rate, has the ability to take over a game if she gets ahead, because it's just so difficult to kill her, remove her from the team fight. Now, Team Ambition can respond. There are counters. Xayah is still not very good into poke and can't deal with long range too well. Kai'Sa is not that description. Kai'Sa is more of a dive champion, more of assisting the team with the dive to finish off, get the kills. Xayah has a very easy time managing with this champion. Post 6, of course, pre 6, pair it up with something that can engage, potentially can stomp the Xayah in lane.
Take the Rakan, take it. I don't think they will here. I mean, Rakan is still paired up very nicely, even though that quickness, you're not going to get the synergy that you do, but Nautilus is usually the champion that you go towards. There it is. I mean, I already seen it on it, so it doesn't really count. My color casting not coming into effect here, Crims. Don't worry. Not going to cheat it.
You always take the easy ones, though.
That's right. Always the easy way out for Lamb, right? If I see there's money to be made, baby, I'm making it, even though that we're... yeah, anyway. So, Kai'Sa and Nautilus are going to be locked in. Sejani being hovered here as well. Kind of coming away from that top lane. The teleport ignite cheese strat doesn't really work out as it used to. There's so much better picks up there, so this might be the board going to the jungle. But if you are Onyx here, you probably go with your support on round 3 pick here.
Yeah, typically you want to get that counter pick, and so since Team Ambition revealed the support role, counter pick is available. Usually don't want to just blind things and let the team get counter picks in every round here.
Oh!
They're going to go with the Thresh. So Thresh actually, Lamb, if you don't know, can counter the Nautilus engage. There's a lot of specific mechanics there to prevent Nautilus from getting the lockdown on Thresh himself, as well as potentially Xayah there. And not to mention, the Thresh Lantern is really good at pulling out AD carries from very terrible positions. So the Thresh makes a lot of sense here. Recently got buffed. I think Nautilus is definitely better in the team fight, but the Thresh is going to be excellent for the laning phase.
Well, the one thing, Trundle is actually going to be picked up here as well by Team Ambition Dayspa. Now, all of a sudden, I can see a problem for this team is Xayah extremely elusive in actually capturing her, right? Getting on top of this AD carry, well, once she's level 6, it's very difficult. That blade recaller, and of course you get the feathers that go up and you can become untargetable, and then you got the dark passes that can come through from the Thresh. So there's a lot of safety in that AD carry, and traditionally that's why you pick her, right? You try and not give over any pressure in that bot lane so that that kill potential can't come through. So relatively speaking, you become unscathed. Nautilus is a really good champion in himself, but unless the ultimate is down from this AD carry, then you can't pull it on that depth charge.
Yeah, you kind of have to do a bit of a trade game here, Lamb, where you throw your Nautilus ult, Xayah, depending on the situation, decides to ult back into the Featherstorm or not. But then once that happens, you're free to go ahead and engage on this champion here. She's really good at staying under turret as well. Like, do you really want to be diving the Xayah when she can go untargetable, as well as having huge burst damage with the feather recall? I like the Trundle pick here, but Trundle's been heavily nerfed, so this is not going to be that effective. And it does bring up that issue of the Xayah. So far, everything from Team Ambition Dayspa, nothing is countering this Xayah, so I'm afraid that Olympus Onyx might have set themselves up from a really good AD carry position this game.
Remember, Team Ambition Dayspa, they have Veigar, okay, they pick up the mid laner, so that counter will be for the top lane, unless this Trundle is that flex pick. That's the only thing that can come into the equation here, but I very much doubt it. I don't think that Trundle might fare better in the 1v1 lane than in the jungle, right? I mean, pillar placement is always really important when it comes to this champion, but then you actually have to pair it up with something that's going to enable it in that jungle. And the Sejani be taken away. We've seen Sejani paired with K'Sante, now he's fallen away. The Sejani really sets anybody up for success, and one of the champions again, Aatrox, is going to eat the rewards of what that jungler can offer if there's any visit up to that top lane.
Aatrox doesn't really proc passive super quickly from Sejuani, but he definitely provides melee auto, so that's going to be a factor up there. I think Aatrox probably coming back on the next patch here, so maybe this is a bit of a preview for Onyx. They say, hey, you know what? I mean, Aatrox is still playable champion. Not the best, but playable. They deem it worthy in this game here. I think something like people typically use the Irelia or the Fiora. Those are the real fast stackers. And look at that counter locking. Man, that was lightning speed. They knew exactly what they were going to do here. As now we have to figure out the lanes.
Yeah, it's the same.
This Nautilus top?
It's the same thing again. If this is Nautilus top,
not top.
No.
Top. I'm calling it not top. This is the not top.
This is a not top Nautilus. Not top. So he's not going to the top side. So he could go to the jungle. Sean, it's not even worth it. Crimson, it's not even worth it. We've been here before with Team Ambition. We try and guess it and we never get it right. No cheating. Don't look at the champions.
They manage to find players who are willing to do crazy shenanigans like this. But I think it's the not top. I have some DMs, not from Team Ambition specifically, but there's been some rumors of Nautilus top being a thing. I think they definitely tripped him up here because, I mean, it could be Soraka top as well. I mean, let's not, this is a double flex.
Soraka against Aatrox, that just sounds horrible.
Yeah, she doesn't really have a way to get out. And neither does Nautilus either. Who would you want? Who would you rather? I guess Nautilus is more safer than the Soraka. So Soraka with Kai'Sa though sounds terrible. Oh gosh, what is it? I guess Soraka top. I guess it's Soraka top.
I don't know. Yeah, well, you cheated. Okay, spoiler alert. Crims is on one today, actually roasting the whole production crew before we come on anyway. That's not important here.
That's just me. I'm just bored, so that's just that's what happens.
Get on board. Get on board with this. How about that?
Okay, I'm on board now.
He's on board with this. Okay.
But I'm on board now.
So now that we're on board, right? Now that we're on board, let's actually talk about a matchup that we know. The Veigar and the Syndra is a very passive lane. You basically handshake, you farm up. Both of them have scaling, which is pretty good. The Veigar probably a little bit more heavily scaling than the Syndra, but Syndra, with the changes that happened a while back now, she kind of comes into that same category.
Yeah, she does have that high scaling factor now rather than the early game stomp Syndra. She has a great level 6 combo with the Sejuani. If you use that Frozen Bola into a stun from Syndra, should be lights out for Veigar. Veigar can cancel out the Q of Sejuani, but in terms of like a deadly combo, the Trundle Pillar plus Veigar, not too shabby either. So both of these mid laners, they have options to kill the other one. And in the last game when he casted Lamb, that was a big deal.
Yes.
If we're looking at bot side though, Sejuani is just such an effective ganker compared to Trundle. She has the range stun at level 6. She can stack the stun with melee autos. And now it looks like this Xayah, except for this Veigar, I think is going to be completely safe in the game. And I think that's going to be huge, huge implications.
And so do you think that the way that Trundle's ended up in overall status, I guess you could say, going into the Sejuani, like still that subjugate is still a thing, still in the stats is super important for this team because ultimately he's going to be that front line accompanying with the Nautilus, so that lock-up potential of Pillar plus Hook from Nautilus. But who are you going to try and focus here, right? You've got Disengage on the side of Syndra. Sejuani is a big meat shield to try and get through, and then Aatrox can just run you down once he gets into this game, and you're not even talking about Xayah yet. So, scaling factor, Team Ambition Day Spa, do you think they're actually going to get to that point where they can actually beat this composition? Or is this just are we looking at a draft diff here?
I think Team Ambition, they have the single champion scale diff in the mid lane. Not by much though. I mean, Syndra is also going to be fairly effective and spikes a little earlier. So I think overall though, like I don't see the Xayah having any threat. Plus the Thresh to peel. And Aatrox does really well in the short range champions. And look what we have here. We got Kai'Sa, Nautilus, Trundle, and Soraka. These are all short range champions. So I think Olympus Onyx, this is like a very easy game to win in my opinion.
So is this your prediction too? You think
Yes, I think so. I think they can
Olympus
pull it
Onyx?
off. I
Okay.
think this is. You don't see it often, but I think this is a draft diff. I think this is going to be a. I think it's going to be very apparent that if. I mean, unless Onyx just completely collapse in the lanes, I think it's going to be easy for them to win these team fights.
Well, I do have to agree with my colleague. I do think the same. I think that this draft is very superior in favor of Olympus Onyx. But to find out whether Mount Olympus is too tall of an ask, you'll need to stay tuned. We're going to a small break, but when we come back, will it be a day out for the Team Ambition guys, relaxing, having a spa day, or will they get put to the sword? We'll find out right after this. Team Ambition Dayspa taking on Olympus Onyx in what will be a very pivotal game for both of these guys. Team Ambition Dayspa trying to get their league running, trying to get those wins rolling in, Crims. They've been finding it hard, and you can see why. Electric Soraka top.
Yeah, we were having a bit of discussion if it was going to be the not top, or is it going to be the Raka? And it ends up being the Soraka. I think this is quite a vulnerable pick. Definitely could poke out the Aatrox. Let's not say that, so, you know, as Electric's just all doom and gloom here. Definitely can take control of the lane through the poke and the range difference, but I'm interested to see how is Electric going to manage if AI 640 gets his grubby hands on that Soraka. Feel like it's going to be a field day for this Aatrox here. They do counter invade each other on opposite sides, and now they're walking in blind here from Onyx. This is a bit dangerous.
Kaiser Coolness, red buff, stuck in the middle of it. Dredge lane goes through onto Shredding. Hook will return from Thresh. Flash away, heal. That's the summoner out of the Zaya already. Crit City on the receiving end of that one. They just have too much in the early game. Flash away, Kitty and Rain doesn't get the kill, but the Dredge lane goes back in. My name is Angel. Hook goes back in onto Kaiser. No flash available for the AD carry, so they trade all the summoners, and the winner in that one is Kaiser Coolness. He walks away with the red buff.
Gets the red buff. They win the trades. I think they're going to get an EXP advantage as well on the bot side. And not even that. Look at this. Level 2 gank on the level 1 Syndra as well. Doesn't even get level 2 first in the mid lane. I thought League Survivor was going to be able to hit level 2 first. And by the way, if he did hit level 2, Kaisa would have been absolutely decimated by that stun combo, as I am not going to be saying that name live. I think we both agree on that one, Len.
That's right. I'm not saying League Survivor 12. That's correct.
Yes, that's the one that you are offended by. I forgot.
We'll wait until that actually happens here. But summoners down everywhere, and this is a dream for both of the junglers in this case. No flash on the Sejuani, but you really don't need it when you got Arctic Assault to get in range, and when you got that permafrost on as well, then you can definitely make things happen. And you gotta say that this is very enticing up there in the top lane. It's Electric on the Soraka. Once she's caught here, Crims, she's in big trouble. But again, the flip side to that is you get buried into a false sense of security. She drops that Equinox, and Kaiser Coolness comes around the corner.
She also has the barrier just for that situation, so as Electric can bait very heavily as well. Bot side, Adam looks like he is going to be getting poked down. This is a bit of a range deficit into the Thresh, and it looks like there is an EXP difference, but I don't know how much it is here. I'd be interested to see, but I imagine they're about a wave ahead on the red side.
Well, we'll see how they can absorb this wave, as that push is definitely not with Team Ambition right now. Olympus Onyx in full control with that bot side. Sejuani and Trundle will meet each other. Thresh is going to roam for the Scuttle Crab as well, and that's exactly what you want to see. Who got the smite? Oh, Kaiser Coolness gets a red buff on level 1 and gets the first scuttle of the game, which means that remaining top one will be available. Sejuani just going to recall here and probably head on up towards there. Is this early on in the game? Again, there's quick signs of action happening, but action is coming.
Oh,
no, it's not. Dark Passage was there just in case that hook landed, but fortunately enough for... My name's Angel. Is it Angel? Angel? The Zaya. And no summoners.
Say Angel.
Angel? Yeah, we'll go with Angel.
Yeah, Angel. I mean, that's his name, so his name's Angel.
That's the name. It's the name of the game.
There we go. All right, the push in the mid lane at the cost of the mana pool. That is the duty of mid laners here. So far, despite the action level 1, both teams playing pretty reserved here. No kills just yet. This is that heavy gank meta. And that is not for a lack of attempt here, Lamb. There have been attempts at first blood on both sides, and whoever's going to pull that off here, it's going to be more impactful in that jungler role, and that's what we're looking for in junglers in this meta. We need impactful early game jungling, and AI 640 trying to push on this top side. And Shredding coming up as well. I don't think this is a dive. I think he's just trying to safely get in the lane here. And that makes a lot of sense. But that reveal could signal the Kaiser a gank could be coming bot side, so we'll see if they can plan around that. But so far, this is very reserved gameplay.
Reserve gameplay, about a minute on both of the AD carries flash in this game, going unpunished thus far. Heal is now back up for Angel down there in the AD carry role, and that'll be accompanied by Kaiser. Yeah, that's the name that Crims was referring to earlier. We're not going to say that one.
Yeah, Kaiser.
Cage goes down. Yeah, Kaiser. Yeah, that's
can we
right.
call him Rip? I think Rip's fine.
Rip is fine. I rip.
Yeah, Rip is fine.
I rip. Booty. No,
rip.
no, don't do it. Booty. No.
No, yeah, we're not gonna go that far. You know what? You have to earn it. You have to earn it for Lamb to say your full name. We'll see if Rip can do that here. Maybe like a pentakill. That's the level we're looking for here.
I'll never see
Angel's
never.
gonna be playing aggressively here. No junglers in sight. They're
Oh,
just
that
trying to hard
minion.
win this. Yeah, that minion just body. Mr. President, get down for Rip there, and gonna go ahead and block that hook. Shredding making their way. This could be a dragon play coming up very soon, Lamb.
On that pink ward will spot out the Sejani. Oh, but it won't spot out this quick play. This is why the Dark Passage is so good. Who goes in on it? Crit City. Adam. Oh, a lot of tanky by Shredding. The heal comes out. Doesn't keep him alive. And that will be one for IREP Booty Holes. Yes, he did. He got the first blood, I believe, in that skirmish as Sejani falls. So that dragon take gonna be delayed, but that's a little bit of a worrying sign that even though they get 3 versus 2 in that bot lane, the Kaiser still grabs the money down there, and Thresh was the one to get that kill as well.
Nautilus, Nautilus, you know, pretty much is able to lock down the Sejuani. Shredding was stuck there. And Nautilus provides so much CC that Kai'Sa actually has a bit more damage than you expect compared to most champions. So they're able to burst out, get the kill. Nice little trick there as the dragon play is happening right now. Onyx saying that they want this despite giving up that first blood.
Oh, Adam, a good flash away. Hook goes back out, returned on the Nautilus. Blade Recaller roots him up. Adam in trouble. If it doesn't work the first time, keep it going. Shredding makes that gank count.
Shredding finally found exactly what to do here. Adam gets singled out. Nautilus, not as tanky as used to be, is a free kill, and that's that dragon play. Looks like Onyx here. Sounds like they're actually making the first proactive move in that play for the dragon. The positioning was a bit scary, but they're able to turn around, get that kill, and now they can stack those dragons. And I'm expecting them to be leading this bot lane here from this point on, especially since level 6 coming up. This is Electric taking a beating. And so far is getting beat up by the Aatrox, but the kill hasn't been synced.
It's also an Ignite that is on AI 640 up there in the top lane, so not making that count. It's going to be very difficult. That barrier on Electric as well, and Soraka is one of those really obnoxious picks that you just don't know whether you're coming or going. But you can see very early on that the aggressive warden from Team Ambition Dayspa, it didn't count in that dragon play, but what will count is Sejani coming over the wall there, level 6 for him, as well as Kaiser Coolness. Subjugate is going to be activated as well. Sejani going low, will fall. The board goes down. Blade Recaller is good from Angel. Keeps Crit City alive, but that's going to be a win for the Team Ambition squad as they go back in 3 for 3. Get the kill.
Surprising that Team Ambition win that. I think they were completely out of position. Onyx just not fast enough on the capitalization there, and their tank Shredding goes down yet again. Oh,
Infernal Chains flash, no way of getting out with that one. The Ignite burning. That's a solo bowl up there in the top lane.
Well, this Aatrox lane is gonna start going a lot more swell for the AI. Get ready, humans. AI is taking over this top lane at least.
Oh my god.
As Aatrox already up in CS, now has a kill. Going to be up in pressure as well. I imagine plates are going to fall soon. And now, Lamb, we just throw the question mark at the Soraka pick. What was the thought process here? I mean, I kind of had a feeling this would happen, so I don't know what they were thinking, putting this Soraka up against the World Ender himself.
Oh, don't count out John Connor just yet, Crims, because you never know. The AI can be defeated, but whether or not the Soraka has that in the tools, again, this is more or less a utility pick for this team. So time will tell if it's actually going to pay off. That Wish now available level 8 on the Soraka. Because you're going to get that level 6, and Shelly will be the next focus of this team. They got 4 strong up there. This should go uncontested.
Yeah, it looks like there is no contest in sight here. And now Angel has to play alone, but is the Xayah with the ultimate so hard to dive? This is exactly how you want to play that Xayah. Utilize your capabilities to avoid dives here. This is a nice little play set up on Electric again.
No summoners. Oh, right on the money, Electric. The squad is up here. Who wants to try and take the kill? Hold on, Wish. Keeps it alive for just a second. Adam actually looked to dive on the bot there. It's Veigar. Now that stun's going to go into Kaiser. Coolness still walking forward with the Subjugate. Why did he just walk in there? Oh, he gets the kill. Nautilus falls in the bot lane as well. What is going on?
They tried to send more to the bot side. You can see Dark Wencray took a trip down in the bot lane, and that trip is not worth it. You're not going to get your money's worth. Your extra flyer miles not going to count back here. And not only that, Kaiser Coolness lost his cool in his top side, I guess. Why did he go back for that? That's a 3v1.
I seen the Subjugate is still in the statistics, and the statistics said that you don't have enough. His Primordial Burst comes out very preemptively. Dark Wencray lives with a slither of health and gets a flash out of there. Baleful Strike forward. Scar of the Week goes wayward again. Shredding is walking around here. No Glacial Prison, so can't snipe him, but can come across the wall. Winter's Rad lands on the money. Dark Wencray sticks it around for too long, and the jungler, Olympus Onyx, he makes him pay for that one.
All right, they go ahead and they get the kill on Dark Wencray. Adam gonna Hex Flash out of there, right into a hook though, and they Shredding just Arctic Assaults right over.
It looked good.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good. I mean, if it was Thresh who was in that position, that would have been a kill. You know, anyone who doesn't have a dash, they die there. So, nice attempt, but that's just a champ diff. What else can you say there? Crit City making his way up on the Atom here, and we are about a minute away from Dragonland, so I imagine all this grouping and fuss is for this dragon coming up in 45 seconds.
Well, a minute on the dragon, but since we got a little bit of downtime, we can remind everybody tuning in today that there is a winter clip contest. $20 to the most views on an overall clip. So you better get clipping, because I know that Crims, if you're clipping his and it's got the most views, he's probably going to need a slice of that pie.
Yeah, I definitely take commission here. And look, I produce very wonderful clips. If you... I think it's...
Way to sell out, man.
You know what? I'm not beyond that. As we have Kaiser Coolness.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Just completely deleted by the Aatrox combo. AI wants more blood.
It's not over. Anchor to safety. Down goes the UFC cage. Any participants? No death sentence. Lands on the Nautilus. Not even level 6 yet on Adam. The box goes out from Crit City, but I Rep Butthose is doing things on the side. He lands in Glacial Prison. Oh, Killer Instinct into the clutch death sentence. What a play and what a predictability from Crit City.
Out there. How did he know that? There's no way. I need a replay on that to see if he was going for someone else, but that hook lands. Crit City looks like a god, and that is the second dragon. And, well, Lamb, I said this game would be pretty easy to play out from the side of Onyx. And, you know, the crystal ball might be in my hands today, Lamb.
4,900 is that gold lead for Olympus Onyx, as they're looking to make that solo win of the season into double the amount, and that's a pretty good return. Doubling up here if they get this win over Team Ambition Dayspa, who actually both of these teams are on the back of Velocity Crims. So reset the mental. This looks really good in the early game, early to mid. We're at 14.5 minutes on the clock. Zelectric being flanked by Thresh. Can Thresh solo the Soraka? I don't think so. 4 level difference.
With a hook like that, maybe can stall and Lantern in the Syndra. Okay, just doesn't even... Okay, you know, I was trying to big up this guy, and I guess he thought it wasn't worth it. However, I mean, look, talking about big guys here. We have AI 640 on this Aatrox. Massive, massive gold lead. This is a nice comeback in the gold department for TES here, as they're going to be trading over the turret, and they have the bounty, so they're going to be up a little bit of gold here. But the big problem right now is that Aatrox, he's going to be massive in these team fights, and Electric gets
problem here.
No.
Who's going to take it? That's the only question. Crit City gets on their second kill of the game for the Thresh.
Okay, doesn't need the kill. completely unnecessary hook from Crit City to take the kill there. But his team is dominating. But as I was continuing my point here, the gold is in a great spot for the side of Onyx. They have it on Angel. They have it on AI 640. These are excellent champions to have the gold right now in this part of the game as well. The mid game coming up. Aatrox is huge. I don't think there's anyone who could directly kill this Aatrox at the moment. And not to mention, we'll be able to do huge damage to the back line of Team Ambition Day Spa. So they have to look out for this Aatrox all while having to deal with Angel at the same time. That is a tough cookie to crumble.
Well, already success for Adam. He has achieved level 6 now, so the Nautilus will be able to chain that CC, but seems a little bit too far behind the curve here. I mean, you look at the level difference, experience difference is massive on the side of Olympus Onyx. Is again, you look at the CS discrepancy, even in that mid lane, Syndra is at least, you know, just under 27 CS, maybe even 28 CS ahead of the Veigar. Xayah is farming pretty well in this game as well. Kai'Sa trying to keep up as best they can, and really when you look at Team Ambition Day Spa, that Kai'Sa has been that glimmer of hope here, Crims.
Kai'Sa is capable of dealing tons and tons of damage. Has a lot of CC to boot with the Nautilus and the Veigar, so they can burst someone out, but it's going to be hard to win a team fight.
Flash, death sentence on the Adam, hook for hook here, death charge goes down for him, but it doesn't matter. Mind his name is Angel, going to collect that one. Kaiser Coolness gets subjugate out, he's not going to stay alive here. Scar the Weak lands on him, actually lands on Dark Wink. Cray is going to get tagged up as well. AI 640, he's committed. Feathers come out and the Veigar goes down as they collect 3 for 0. Olympus Onyx, they're flexing their muscles in this mid game.
All right, Kai'Sa is going to be the prey in this situation. They're on the hunt. They're going through the bushes, and there's no escape. All right, Crit City, can you hit a dank hook twice in a row? Let's see. Oh, not even necessary. League Survivor. The Syndra burst damage is now coming through just based off the team gold difference here. I mean, this 7K at 17 minutes, this is a huge lead.
It's not bad.
If there was Baron, they would be taking it right now, but all they get is the Rift Scuttle instead. But in that 2-minute time, they're going to probably be picking up a Baron, and most likely the game here, Lamb.
7,000 now. That gold lead, it seems to just get more and more each time that they meet on the Rift, and you can see why. Itemization across the board is looking really good for the side of Olympus Onyx, and really it's a case of how quickly can they actually close out this game, because what does Team Ambition Day Spa want to do here, Crims? They want to delay the game. They have that Soraka, it can delay that all-in potential, but Syndra is extremely strong right now. She's working towards that second item too, and you know, Veigar can scale forevermore, like you said. So, patience is a virtue, but will they get there? That's the question. Are you going to fight for this dragon?
They have no idea. They do not know this flank is coming. If they kill the right members, this could be a potential win. I still think it's close, though. It's still very difficult.
On pillar. Oh, great disengage from League Survivor. That's why Survivor's in the name. Darkened Blade, Glacial Prison lands. So much stun, so much power, so much damage. Electric gets chopped up and spit out as AI 640 claims the double kill. And it looks so damn good and clean from Olympus Onyx as they look to secure that soul point.
Oh, Lamb, they had some opportunities there, but they didn't pull the trigger in time. And the one attempt they do have gets completely stuffed by League Survivor. And then guess what? They are the ones who are getting flanked. And AI comes from the back side and then slaughters them all there. And man, that's all she wrote. This game is just completely one-sided. 18-2. They have, I think it's 3 dragons in a row. So what is there that they don't have from the side of Onyx? It's looking like they are going to shut this one clean.
Very sorry for the John Connor comment. We know how Terminator goes. It's not looking that
ask for
way.
Forgiveness now before you get removed later.
Arnie, where are you, man? Come on, pop up here. We kind of need assistance.
They need a hero right now.
They need a hero. They're holding out for a hero. I don't know if Bonnie Tyler's going to help them out with this one, but we'll see. hate how it goes on. But I can tell you, Crims, that 4,000 gold difference between the Aatrox and Soraka. We're not surprised by that. Okay, Arctic Soul actually missed it on Kaiser Coolness. He's trying to bait it out here. Playing with their foot a little bit. Death Sentence goes in. That's going to spell a Death Sentence. He's walking the green mile, blue mile, straight into the Baron for the team of Olympus Onyx. They get the jungler. This Baron, very inviting.
That looks very ripe for the taking as well as Electric. You shouldn't really sit around here. All right, they're going to go for a play.
Teleport being committed as well. This will be Veigar joining the fray here. Blade Recaller, Scat of the Week. They get Dark Windcrate. Doesn't even get to move for a second. Adam knows he's dead, and Irep Buttholes is going to get ripped apart. That's actually terrible. Anil J from Lamb, but it doesn't matter. Unleashed Power is going to take down the Kaiser. Gets tagged up with the Darkened Blades. Electric goes on to a cooldown for the fifth time in the game. 0% kill participation for the Soraka with the global ultimate, because there's only 2 damn kills in this game.
Yeah, this is a very sad scoreboard for the side of Tads. They need a tad bit help in this game. A little more than that. They're going to need a lot of help for the next game here. Hopefully they have the capacity to mental reset. Yeah, hopefully they have the capacity to reset here. Someone needs to throw them a bone in this game. They definitely got draft diffed, and the way the game worked, it didn't help that the draft diff was there in the first place. And I mean, the Aatrox, we said that could be a problem. Well, definitely a problem in this game. Angel on the Xayah, we said, how do they kill Xayah? And the answer is, looks like they don't so far. I mean, there's just not a lot of things they can do into the comp of Onyx right now. So they're just gonna wait for their city to fall to ruin. The towers are going to crumble here. They can put up a defense, but I mean, the jungler is way behind, and now they have another hook landed. Adam just gets deleted. It's, you know, this is not pretty.
Nope.
This is not pretty.
Looking a little bit like Johnny Depp in Titanic. It's is it? No, it was Leonardo DiCaprio. I actually got that one mixed up. I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean, actually. That's probably why.
Yeah, Johnny Depp and Kate.
Yeah. What the hell? See, look what this game is doing to me. I can't even get my actors right now. But anyway.
No, you're forgetting the Titanic Pirates of the Caribbean crossover.
The crossover! This is it. We're watching it right now. Sejani got in. That's going to be Death Sentence, Kaiser, Coolness, Cool Cam, and Collected. About to be collected for the bounty. Actually going to turn around. Stays alive with the subject. He's healing so much, actually. Turning around. Shutdown goes over to the Veigar. Blades come out from the Recaller. That's Xayah. Killer Instinct's going to go to the back here. Team Ambition Dashpad putting up a fight. But here comes AI 640. And they don't want to take this fight as World Ender does time out, though. The disengage will happen. But this is a favorable fight. Again, they double up here, Crims. They get double the kills in this game.
Alright, they doubled it up in less than a minute. A little bit overzealous. Shredding just kind of went in there. Trundle stole all those stats. As, you know, we have some interesting visuals being shown on screen here. Never mind that. As soon as AI walks right over, though, everyone just scatters. You know, run away!
Run away!
The huge
He's
Aatrox
back.
comes on through. Yeah, there's interesting build from the Aatrox. Goes a little more tanky. Doesn't go the Gore Drinker. I think Gore Drinker would have been okay, I guess. Wouldn't have been the best, but it would have been fine. As we have ourselves a dragon, 25 seconds. And obviously, I mean, we expect Onyx to be taking this one.
Infernal Soul will be achieved if they want it. If they can close this out by sheer brute force, then they most certainly will. Pillar goes down from Kaiser Coolness, but he knows that blue buff does not belong to him anymore. As Olympus Onyx just pushing forward. Death Sentence goes wayward. See you later with that one, Crit City. Just giving them a reminder that he does hit those. So it looks like this is going to be an all or nothing from Team Ambition Day Spa. Gripped his 5 here. How smart is this with a Syndra on the board? We're about to see. Scar of the Week paired up with the Glacial Prison, turning back, Electric peeling back out. You get the Astral Infusion onto the frontline member. That's going to be Atom. That's going to be AI 640. They get rooted up by the Xayah. The feathers come out, and My Name's Angel on the front line. Actually, the Xayah out of place. Does get the kill on the Trundle. Traded by the Kaiser, gets on the board as well. That's going to be flayed back. Peeling it back. They're getting peeled like a damn banana. This is a crossover. This is a crossover. There's no crossover, Crims. The Titanic hits the iceberg, and the iceberg sinks into the sea. Never to be seen again. And Barbosa probably asking the question, if you want to join his crew in Team Ambition Dayspa, they're going to have to oblige because they've been wiped. That's the first taste of the game to Olympus Onyx as they're looking to close out the game.
That fight, it was looking quite even for a few seconds there, but it was all an illusion, Lem, because as soon as AI was in position, completely turned around that
Trundle's
fight.
dancing.
Yeah, Trundle's dancing. He's I don't know what kind of dance that is, but he's dancing. I mean, he got bonked on the head way too many times here. 30-5 at the end of this game. About a 13K gold lead as well. Onyx. I mean, I what can I say other than I guess I predicted this as the outcome. Team Ambition, the wonky draft just doesn't work out for them. The Soraka, I mean, they picked it. You said it was going to be utility. I understand they could use it to heal their Trundle, keep them in that front line. But that was not an answer to the Aatrox. The Aatrox eventually wins the lane, and he's supposed to eventually. Didn't get held down, and then in these team fights, just absolutely massive, knocking everyone up, dealing damage, getting in the back line, unstoppable. And Angel did mess up into the Veigar stun, but for most of the game, except for that one little slip up, completely unkillable.
If it makes anybody feel better, Soraka actually did more damage than Trundle in that game.
Ooh. Well, I mean, he's going to be poking out, so. And is in lane with the Aatrox, so that makes sense.
Yep, that was the thing. Soraka top didn't pay off for Team Ambition Day Spy. It wasn't a day out to the spa at all. That was, yeah, that's as one-sided as it gets, Crims. There's nothing really to be said in that. We said it might be that little draft differential. It took a while for the Aatrox to get started, but once he did, he just ran them over. I mean, it was a free lane, didn't die in the game. We said, how did he get on Angel? You actually jinxed AD carry, as I actually died in that game.
Well, not my problem. Not my fault there. Angel needed that guardian angel to keep him alive, but wasn't there. I guess was sleeping on the job, slacking off.
Oh, yeah.
In the
there
end.
it is. That work ethic that Crims comes also passionately with, and he's going to pick on it.
I would hope that guardian angels have a very strict work ethic because, I mean, while you're not paying attention, your AD carry could be just, sticking a fork into the outlet there.
Now we're bringing cutlery into this. Okay, I need to cut him off before he gets too violent. Fairly Odd Parents, actually. How great would that be? Just get everything taken care of. Anyway, getting off topic again. Guys, we're going to go a small break to recover from that one-sided game, but you never know what can happen in game two because it's still all to play for the best of three. We'll see if Team Ambition Dayspa can bite back in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Wednesdays, Lamb and Crims. We love it. We love it. But what we don't love, tell me what we don't love, Crims. Tell me.
We don't like to see murders or curb stomps.
Yep. Because what happens if
Absolute
you
curb
murder
stomps.
somebody, you go to jail.
Yeah, we don't want. We want like a sanctioned fight. You know,
Yes.
where it's like,
yes.
you know, we want digital combat. We want
Yes.
mutual digital combat. We don't want a crime on our hands here. So
No.
we're looking for Tads to step it up. Step it up here. Maybe that Soraka last pick into the Aatrox was not a good idea. So let's find something. We could be creative. Look, Team Ambition, we could be creative. You guys have that in the loads. But you need something that makes sense here. That's what someone needs to put it all together, make sense of it all, and then, you know, pick up the bounce back here in this game. Forget about game one. Just forget about it. All right, that didn't happen. You were unconscious the entire time. We're gonna go ahead and come back in the next round. It's a mental reset. All right, we need that mental reset.
Yes, and we got that with the break. So now that Team Ambition, Dayspa have, you know, they've had their nails done. You know, they're looking fresh. They're feeling great. Maybe that was a day out to the spa. Maybe they're in the spa while that game was transitioning. We don't know. Maybe now they're in their houses. Maybe it's going to be a bit better for them. We'll see how that one actually comes out. But they have to draft a little bit better, right? You can't give a free lane to an Aatrox. You can't pick a Soraka that late on in the game. And we know what they're trying to do, right? We know what Team Ambition are like. They're creative with their drafting, Crims, in all seriousness. And sometimes it looks really good, but when it doesn't pan out, then it doesn't look the greatest. And you know, you lose games that heavily. So it makes me think with this next game coming up, we're not going to really see the same circumstances come through here because, like I said again, Team Ambition Dayspa, this is a must-win game for them.
Yeah, they cannot afford any more losses. Like, Lamb, this is 100% the last chance now, right? You had that game one. Now the pressure's been magnified. If you want to show up at playoffs, you got to win this one, and then you got to win the next one after. So not many more mistakes can be afforded here besides the one in game. So this is do or die to the utmost degree here for Team Ambition Dayspawn. No Dayspawn on this one. You're going to be out there in the trenches.
Well, as soon as these guys are ready, which I think they are, we will head into the draft that I cannot see right now.
All right, and here we go. We have it.
Yeah.
And Lamb, as soon as you complain about it, the players just decided to start the draft.
Because they know that Lamb is complaining, and I'm very needy. I'm very needy. I'm very needy. When I need something done, I need it done, and that's it. We got the draft link.
Okay, so we don't want to upset Lamb here. Draft's been started. The bans are out. Renata, Galio, again, not going to be seeing those guys. Team Ambition, they ban out the Xayah. They said, yeah, that champion too hard to kill. Fair enough.
I love that summarization. Champion too hard to kill. Ban it. That's it.
Why not?
That's great logic. Great logic. We need to start somewhere.
It's a good blind pick too. So now we're going to have to see what Onyx
Now they're banning their own
else.
Soraka. Fantastic.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, what is...
Maybe they think they're picking it.
They're trolling us again?
They think they're picking it.
Team Ambition does this to us too much. They're just trolls. Big old trolls. Yeah, okay, they would take away the Sedge one. It was a troll. They're shouting us out through... The only way they can communicate with us is through pick and ban. So this is what they do. Maokai going to be slammed right away. I do wonder if Dark One Cray has a Silas pick here, as I'm trying to focus Lamb, all right, as we get back into this game. Maokai here. Silas is a good counter into the mid lane, not necessarily a jungle counter there. And now Maokai is such a good blind pick as well. We'll see what Team Ambition has in response.
Ezreal.
All right, that isn't Ezreal. That isn't Ezreal now. Okay, all right. I guess I'm gonna be doing most of the talking.
No, it's fine. Ezreal, it's actually a pretty good AD carry pick. We'll see what they. Maybe it's the Soraka. Maybe they offer Soraka every single time.
If they pick their bot lane fully right now, they're gonna open themselves up to a complete counter pick. So let's not do that. Let's counter pick this jungle here. Hopefully they have a good idea what they want to
Lulu
run
is
into
really
this
good
Maokai.
here if you want to take the.
No, not Lulu. What do you mean?
What, you don't like Lulu?
Not into Maokai with Ezreal as your AD carry. That's a terrible pick right there.
Fine. Fine. Okay.
All right.
Fine. No Lulu.
Yeah, no Lulu.
Soraka.
Lamb, no Lulu.
No Lulu. Okay.
No
Sivir
Lulu.
is actually
Okay.
pretty good here though.
You know who can pick Lulu? Onyx can pick Lulu.
Karma. Oh.
Karma's gonna be generally not a bad pick ever. So Karma here would be possible. Lulu, good option. As they're just gonna
Soraka,
go-
even better option.
Soraka also works here. What are you trying to do here, Lamb?
Team Ambition Dayspa are probably really mad that they've actually hovered this Soraka.
It's a hover.
Oh god, it's happening.
The disrespect happening here. So they're hovering the Soraka, taunting it. Onyx says, "Yeah, we know you're gonna pick Soraka. Go ahead, pick it." As they hover it for I
No,
don't know,
you pick
20
it. No,
seconds.
you pick
Yeah,
it.
they're being forced to pick Soraka, and no one wants it. That's another possibility.
My Soraka now. Is it going to be locked in? Of course
Oh,
it's not.
everyone's hovering it for maximum time here. Oh.
It's
Are
going
we
to be
gonna have-
hovered in the bands
Are
too.
they gonna hover Soraka entirely?
Come on,
the
give us a
entire ban phase?
trifecta.
Come on, hover Soraka. Come on, what are you gonna do?
Somebody would ban it by mistake, unfortunately.
Wait, they're gonna ban the Silas.
That's actually a really good ban here.
No, they should take the Silas.
No, they should ban it away and just be done with it. Crims, your logic means absolutely nothing
No,
in this
what do you mean?
environment.
What do you mean? That's all I have, Lamb.
That's all he's
Logic
got.
is all I have.
That's all he's got. Oh dear God, and he's going to be banned away as well. Let's actually get back to critiquing these guys'
No,
compositions.
I'm done.
He's done
You
the
said
logic.
I'm not allowed to use logic, so what else is there?
Really, and
You
so
go.
banned away. Aatrox banned away as well. Aatrox been banned away in a matchup
Soraka.
like Ornn.
Soraka pick, go. No,
I
Lulu.
mean, they still have
Lulu.
to pick their support pick. At least they've picked their top. I mean, the mid is still open. By God, there's no way, is there?
Amumu is a flex pick, but they're gonna pick Lulu because you said it.
Lulu time?
Lulu?
I feel like I was just sitting here and anticipate. Oh, God!
All right, they're gonna go with Rakan Ezreal.
Oh,
That is an awkward lane into the Nautilus Sivir because not only can Sivir, I mean, she can spell shield one half of the Rakan engage.
oh,
but
not
then
the
Nautilus-
Raka again.
Oh, everyone's doing it. All right, it's the new trend.
This-
If the next week, if people are hovering Soraka next week, I'm gonna
I'm
lose.
finished.
I'm
I'm
gonna
finished.
lose it.
I'm
All right?
finished.
I'm not gonna
I'm
sit there
loser.
and take Soraka hovers for the entire time here.
Oh my God.
Okay, Gwen into the orange, pretty good.
It's a good matchup. Yeah, that's a good
Gwen
matchup.
into the orange, pretty good. Yeah. And so that, I'm just gonna make it very simple. Gwen into orange, good.
Good.
Rakan into Nautilus, bad.
More matchup good than bad. Yoni locked in. We're just going back. It's just caveman stuff now. We're just going to be blurting out words. It's not even going to be sentences anymore. Okay, now the Soraka to round off the composition. Soraka mid
Yeah,
is actually
last
really
pick
real
Soraka
bad.
again.
Don't pick Soraka into Yoni. Don't do that. It's not okay.
Let's have orange mid and Soraka top.
Just waiting in anticipation for this.
Timo.
Okay, it's Nasus. Oh, what is going on? It's a mid Nasus.
Okay. All right. I think I would have preferred Timo somehow. I think I would have
this
preferred Timo.
organization so much.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that, Lamb.
Oh.
You can't say
They know I don't hate them, but it's so entertaining. It's
They
so
give you something to
entertaining.
talk about. They give you
Oh
something
man,
to talk
I've
about.
got tears, man. The whole Soraka
this-
hovering.
Oh, Nasus. This is Nasus. Okay, I just have to accept reality. There are 3 auto attackers as the main source of damage, Lamb. So Nasus is a counter to that. That is a possibility here. I'm sure Frozen Heart will come out as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Gonna put a stop to those auto attacks. I just would have preferred Teemo for some reason. I know me, Team Ambition, and Teemo have a weird relationship, but maybe Teemo would have been the pick here.
Well, one thing I can highlight with a Nasus pick, right, is if you max that wither is just insane. It's like a 90% cripple. Like, you just can't move. He can run you down from afar, like, regardless of how many dashes. I mean, the On the Hunt is going to come into effect from Sivir to actually help out with that one. I mean, it's still on such a low cooldown once he gets that Frozen Heart. And Nasus really can take off in this game. And in that mid lane as well, he's only going to want to stack, right? That's the whole business in Nasus. All he wants to do is just stack, and then wait until he gets to that point where he's doing significant damage in that 1v1 potentially, because Yone will take a little bit of time to get up there. Gwen is still in a good, favorable matchup against the Ornn, but Team Ambition Dayspa, I kind of like this draft more than I do game one.
Well, look, we understand Team Ambition is creative. And also, I did kind of shout it out. Ornn mid is happening in this game here. Production has informed us. This is Ornn into the Yone. That's a lot better than the Gwen matchup. And Nasus can slow down the Gwen, potentially to survive top lane, unlike the Ornn, who can't really do much, especially once the scaling factors in for the Gwen. That level 6 to 9, or level 6 to like 13.
6 to 9. Nice.
6 to... I corrected myself to 13 right after. God damn it. This stream's over. The stream's over.
We've achieved it. That's infinite. We got Crims to say it, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. We got him. But let's actually get serious for a minute. This has been a complete bamboozlement of a draft. But one thing we can say from Olympus Onyx, so they first picked that Maokai. That's going to come into big effects when you got heavy carries like Sivir, like Gwen, like Yone. The lockdown potential as well. This champion has been nerfed to the point that he's not really in contention to be picked, but he is still capable of running it in that jungle. But he is up against the Amumu, which again is another sleeper pick, Crims, because it's not all the time we actually see this champion, but when we do, you pair that, you know, it gives Ezreal so much time in that 5-on-5, and then you've got the Rakan to actually follow up with the Curse of the Sad Mummy, and the quickness is very devastating ultimates, a lot of AoE abilities, and of course if Nasus gets online, he can just run this team down. I mean, he can two-hit the Nautilus and then he just keeps walking forward. Who's going to stop him? Maokai might stop him for a minute, but he's still going to be very relentless. And knowing how they play the game, if they wait this one out, then they're definitely going to be in with a chance, because that Nasus is a factor.
This is a lot of scale. I mean, they have the Rakan, Ornn, Nasus. That's a lot of scale factors. Ezreal is also a scaler as well. So you're right. Once those mid-game comes around, they're going to be a lot more effective than the laning phase, as well as the fact that in the late game stages, CC is so big because everyone just turns to like mush in the face of damage. That's just how tank items fall off, and the damage items really take over in the late game. So if it ever hits those stages, yeah, they're going to blow right through Olympus Onyx here. Question is, are they going to get to that point? I think Olympus Onyx, they have good team fight themselves. Maokai, Sivir, really good combo. They could really get a nice engage with that. And Sivir plus melee champions, I'm always a favor of, because their one weakness is they can't get in range. Who covers for that really well? The Sivir. So she can get people in range like the Gwen, the Yone. Now, are Gwen and Yone going to get massively CC'd? If they get a good engage off, they're going to be fine. If they get engaged on, might be a different story then.
Well, I do want to say that Nasus with fully, I guess, points in Wither, this is ridiculous. It slows the champion by 35%. It increases to 95% over 5 seconds. Their attack speed is also reduced by 75% of the slow. So that will scale the more that you put in that. And I mean, going up against a Gwen and a Yone, that is devastating here, Crims. But just before we hit the break here, let's get a prediction. Who is actually going to win this game? And everybody get their predictions in for this one, because this is going to be very close. It's going to go closer than game one, but who's going to take this one?
I think Onyx is going to take this one. I think the mid game from them is very significant. Should be able to give them the victory here. Team Ambition, it's hard for me to see a way that they win outside of Onyx like really messing it up, potentially into the Nasus and or the Ezreal. If Sivir if like any of these carries are like make it through, that's a potential for them to win the team fights. Plus, they have enough utility to really carry that through. So I think Onyx have the better comp again. I'm going to give it to them.
Well, I'm going to go with Team Ambition Day Spa because they hovered this right, they taunted us, and then they picked the Nasus. I got a lot of respect for that. So that's who I think is going to get this. But remember, guys, there's a clip competition, $20 at the end of the season if your clip has the most views. Like I said, Crims will want a slice of pie if it's his. For me, I'll probably let you keep the full amount, but then there's other things attached to that. We'll see what exactly that is. Can Team Ambition Day Spa bring this back, or is Olympus Onyx going to rush to a 2-0? Find out right after this break. Team Ambition Day Spa bamboozling the bamboozler. We'll see if they can pull this one off. This composition looks a lot better in the aspect of this game. I love the NASA skin already. That's my prediction for this game. I think they're going to take this one. But Olympus Onyx, they've got 5 strong in that top side invade, which means that Team Ambition Day Spa, they accordingly get the invade and they get a ward on that Raptors pit. How much information will that give them? We'll see how that can transpire here, Crims. But you rate their chances probably a little bit less than Olympus Onyx here.
Yeah, I think Olympus Onyx has the advantage. I think this draft pretty solid overall. Has a lot of nice working parts. Doesn't have that many conditions, unlike Team Ambition's comp themselves. There's a lot of conditions for them to win here. So harder to pull off. Onyx, pretty straightforward here, as I think both junglers going to know exactly where the other one's pathing here. I think Kaiser Coolness has the opportunity to make a gank first, strike first, potentially get his team ahead. Meanwhile, Shredding, playing the Maokai, typically wants to farm a bit more and potentially hit level 4 instead of going for that level 3 gank.
Oh, this is an interesting matchup in this mid lane. Dark Winkery opting to take the Ornn out. And Ornn is incredibly strong in that 1v1, so we can see why that would be an option as we see that Grand Entrance going to knock up too. But they'll trade back here. Sivir getting a lot out. Boomerang Blade only tags the back end of that one onto the Ezreal. Walking away, taking the health bot right now. Adam pulls out the Oracle to see what the heck is going on. Volcanic Rupture lands onto League Survivor. He'll survive that one. Nothing going to come of it, and they'll go back to farming this wave. But again, that bot side is going to be on a knife edge. Ezreal already down. They're not going to get the level 2. They have to back off here, and Dredgeline will not land. Adam misses a knock-up. The turret will help out in that one. Boomerang Blade goes wide again as the ricochet triggers on the minions. They're going close, but nobody's going to fall.
Every time we've looked mid lane, League Survivor has hit a knock-up on Dark Winkery. Every single time. All right, besides that one, I guess I jinxed it here. But so far, the solo laners from Onyx playing it very aggressively. And this could give Kaiser an opportunity to get an easy early gank, or they're going to be able to lose pressure and potentially give up some of these crabs here. So it's all about that timing, Lamb. All about that timing.
And make sure you're in the right place at the right time, and Gwen is going to opt to back here. Get the reset on the top laner. AI640 was absolutely massive in that last game. On that, Aatrox finds himself on another solo carry potential champion in that Gwen. But the Gwen versus Nasus matchup, it's not the same as the Ornn here, is it, Crims?
Yeah, it's a bit different. I think Ornn has a better shot at killing Yone, especially early. There's Electric on this top side, Nasus into Gwen. He's going to be chilling until the stacks come in and the slow starts to become more and more effective here. So Dark Winkery has a lot more agency in his lane.
Kaiser Coolness going to get spotted out. Twisted Advance going to go on to the mummy here right now. Gets the bandage toss to safety potentially. AI640 gets the snip first blood onto the Gwen. We were just talking about this man, and he collects that 400 gold to start the game off.
Yeah, Kaiser kind of slow to the crab and ends up being a trap that he falls right into. And now AI just got a free kill. That didn't look difficult at all. Didn't spend that much. And that Gwen matchup already going to be pretty tough for his Electric, now even harder.
Well, Nasus will want to continue down the same path he's on right now. Call actually purchased for AI640 to make sure you can get those additional gold for the minions. Once it's completed, that'll take a little bit of time, but trying to match the scaling, and Gwen can certainly do that. She does a lot of damage further on this game goes. But again, Nasus has the ability to out heal that eventually, as that was a ghost actually popped by the Gwen to try and get back on his Electric. He goes down low, just burning with that red buff that was transferred over from that Amumu kill, but not enough to take the top laner of Team Ambition down.
They trade the ghosts, and Electric is able to make it out with his life intact. Certainly giving over a kill right there would set AI up for success yet again. And I think they're just biding their time, as Kaiser, pretty good ganking.
Oh, Adam here made the roam. Soul Unbound comes out, but that's only delay you falling here. Flash follow.
Wait,
Adam twisted advance to say no, he will not live there. Dark Winkery being chased down as well. Gonna get the cooldowns back. Maokai walking forward. The phase rush procced, and he's gonna get the double kill. Looking for the triple kill. What a play this would be. Kaiser Coolness, Sapling following, twisted advance, and resets are happening. That's a triple kill onto Maokai. Shredding, getting that one, looking to turn his attention to that dragon.
You know, Decimating Smash? No, that's Scion. This, whatever. Maokai Smash was up at the perfect time. Bramble Smash gets... I like Maokai Smash better, as he gets the double hit, and he picks up a triple kill. It's not often that you see Maokai post 6 pick up a triple kill. Nevertheless, on this more tanky version, early game here. And that's going to set up Shredding in an amazing spot. Is going to be basically way far ahead of Kaiser Coolness. And that was the one angle that Amumu does have over the Maokai. Activates a lot early, double bandage toss, as Crit City might be in a bit of danger.
Adam is really early with these grand entrances, doesn't knock up the Nautilus. If he did, Might have been a kill onto the Ezreal there, so Nautilus will shimmy his way back to lane. Angel just going to be on clearing duty as the Sivert normally is. Level 4 now achieved for Adam. He will join the Ezreal back in that lane 2v2. Going to be something that we'll talk about very much early on. There's nothing that can really happen down there nullifying each other unless there's a massive mistake. But in this case, the only one that's reaping all the rewards in Maokai. He's got those cooldown reduction boots already here. Crimsy's working his way to that demonic embrace.
Yep, demonic embrace still perfectly valid item on Maokai. I mean, basically anyone. It got nerfed in terms of jungle clearing just a little bit. Has now max damage against camps. Just went down, but still very effective item. But AP Maokai, that one, you're gonna have to say sayonara to that one, Lamb. Ain't gonna see that one anymore.
We'll see where Shredding pops up next. But every time you look at that mid lane, you already mentioned it, the knockups keep going through. Yoni always under threat. Bella's breath comes out. Call of the Forge coming through as well, but Shredding manages to get him before he completes that ultimate. This Maokai is an absolute menace. 4th kill of the game for him.
Kill secured, Lamb, as Shredding is just absolutely tearing up the rift
they're
here.
transitioning to the top lane. Look at this. Crit
like
Sadie
this.
is up here as well.
This is good.
Fury of the Sands is available in Wither, but you're going to need a miracle to get out of this one. Shredding. The Ignite already dropped on him from the Nautilus. Who's going to get it? Oh, Shredding. I don't know if that was meant or not. The sapling, was that the sapling?
It could have been sapling. Was it red buff? Oh, you thought AI was gonna get that one. You thought wrong. Shredding picks up another kill. Yeah, it could have been sapling. I think it was the red buff though. I mean, look, this guy's a very selfish jungler. He never wants to give kills. Takes it all for himself. That was calculated, Lim. That was a calculated kill secured both times by Shredding. He doesn't want his team to pick up any kills. He's gonna be the carry on Maokai.
100% kill participation for him. And Adam, level 4 again. Seems like he's just a little bit far behind the curve. And getting to level 6, that's where Rakan can be really effective. Because that roaming game belongs to Crit City right now, as Adam is shadowing in that mid lane. They might be looking to go for someone here. Kaiser Coolness, that ward's going to come late from League Survivor. We're going to need a whole League squad to survive this one. Dark Wenkry gets one back for the side of Team Ambition.
All right, they strike back in the mid lane here, and Ornn is great setup, and that was nice combination from him and Kaiser Coolness there. Dark Wenkry pulling a nice kill in the mid lane, still far behind on CS though, might be giving over a kill.
Well, Shredding is gonna go on to this one. Maokai smash. No, he doesn't get in.
Maokai not angry. No smash. No smash there.
No smash.
As just the deterrent of the Undying Grasp.
It's because he needs a smash bro.
Well, who's his smash bro then?
Ivern.
Brother. Ivern. I think his actual brother's Malphite.
Oh, Angel using everything to get out of this
nice
one.
dodge.
Mystic shot, barrage goes wayward. Wow, fancy footwork from the AD carry of Olympus Onyx. And the Master is coming out. They don't care. Team Ambition having fun with it.
The quickness there, giving that fancy feat to Angel, making it look just oh so smooth on the bot lane here. And even though Angel's not on that Xayah, still dodges the dive again. Doesn't pick up the kill this time around, but dodging 3 skill shots in a row there on the way out there, Lem. Were you counting?
Yes, plus spell shielding. I believe it was something with spell shielded. We don't have to. We'll have to go back and look at that one. Something happened that I want to say is very impressive from Angel. He actually survived that. I got him.
Good job,
ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we got Crims, baby. We got him.
You had me on the hook the whole time, and then you just ripped me right out of the water.
Reel it in. The catch of the day.
10 seconds for this next dragon. They're looking for a pick to seal the deal here. They're going to use Crit City, pressure up in the mid lane. Maokai is here. Shredding has the ultimate as well. Angel's a little far behind, so they're gonna have to do something clever like this Rift Herald in the mid lane to secure this dragon.
Oh, Adam is waiting. Still not level 6. Nature's God's going to go through from the Maokai. He wants to try and contest this one. Maokai smash. He's pretty angry now. He goes on to the AD carry. Sivir is actually doing damage. The Ezreal going to get away. Doesn't really matter. The ricochets will take down the mummy. Dark Wincray pulling it back. Second cast Immortal Steel. Going to get a knock up onto. Bell's Breath comes out. He make him unstoppable for a second. Barrage. Flash collects up the Nautilus. Still going forward. Shred is still alive. A lot of damage on the Maokai. He's the one. He's the carry, but it's the Electric Fury of the Sands. His stacks of Siphon and Strike is not enough to take him down just yet, and Shredding will fend them off.
League Survivor has the TP, can TP back to contest right away if necessary. There was a lot of kills that could have happened. The potential was there. Angel just wasn't in position to chase them down, but they win that fight. And still, Adam, not level 6. And you were talking about the quickness is just so impactful. Oh, a nice stun landing.
Angel, spell shield early. Adam will get the grand entrance back on him. Second cast advantage. Toss goes back on to Shredding, who goes in from crit side, trying to peel it back. Adam, level 6 now. He gets the quickness. Guys are cool. Didn't know whether he'd go forward or not, but he will. He'll get the shutdown on the opposing jungler. Stasis pulled by Adam. Trying to get something back. He can't heal in time. Crit side, he misses a hook straight into the wall. Guys are cool as you like. Will walk away from that one. Spell Flux goes wide from the Ezreal, and they're starting to skirmish more and more here, Crims.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to fight. This game did end up being a lot closer. There's some fighting team ambition in this one. They're still not out of it just yet. This dragon, though, it's been contested for the past, I don't know, 5 minutes here. Both teams, they want to pick it up. It's going to be the second one if Onyx does get it, and the first one for Team Ambition if they can get it themselves. Both teams, they were just gunning for this dragon. Now they're trying to play a bit of the setup game. They're going to play the lanes out a little bit here. And Kaiser needs a back.
Oh, and this isn't a bad state of the game for Dark Wincray here. This Ornn is actually doing pretty well into Yoni. Not that far behind in the CS department, right? 24 CS down to the Yoni. Every time you actually looked at that mid lane, it looked like Ornn was getting the better of the opposing mid laner. So we'll see how that kind of develops as the game it keeps going on. But there is a significant gold lead. It's about 4,000 for the side of Olympus Onyx, and we'll see what they can do with that. That dragon is going to be very enticing for the next jungler to step. Shredding already tried it before. They managed to get the resets and come back and stop it, but can they do it now, Crims? Because it looks like they're rallying around it. They got the vision advantage, but there is a ward behind the dragon pit.
All right, they don't have a way in. It's already 3k, and now with Angel's damage, should be able to secure it. Kaiser, not in smite range, to say the least here. And they win this dragon fight. Finally, they're able to push out the lanes. Don't have to play for the fight. It looks like they're going to go for the hook.
Ezreal, Adam will go back in with the quickness here. Charms up. That's going to be depth charge actually landing on AD carry and knocks up Adam instead. And that'll be a kill donated over to the Sivir. Very little the Angel had to do to get that one, but made sure that kill is going to be secured.
There, they're going to pick that one up. That's just, you know, one drop in the bucket here, as they aren't able to crack any of these lanes, unlike game number 1. So this game, it's going to be a lot longer here despite the gold lead. Nice little dodge from Survivor, but now is on the opposite side of his turret. Going to go ahead and dash on through, as now the play of the game, Lamb, is who's going to get one of these turrets down first. That's going to be the first big advantage from either team in this state of the game.
Yes, it is. An itemization across the board is looking really good here, actually, from Team Ambition. That Warden's Mail is really hurting the Yoni in terms of damage. Level 11 now achieved for both of the mid laners. Dark Wincray goes back in, and again, he's going to win that trade 9 times out of 10 until that Yoni's got some significant items. Speaking of items, though, AI640 is just taking over in this top lane. Ghost's going to be procced. Needlework as well, but the Nasus just looking to run away here. I believe he doesn't have Wither, but Kaiser shows up just in time to make sure he doesn't go down for the second time in this game.
Yeah, AI actually doesn't have an item completed just yet, so that's going to be a huge burst of damage once that Rift is completed. Meanwhile, Rift Herald is still on the table. Both teams can take it, and it looks like Onyx are heading towards that one. And the answer of who gets first turret, Onyx with Gwen in the top side there makes a lot of sense. I mean, look at that CS discrepancy. Already has a bounty as well.
Yeah, 60 roundabout there, 57, 58 if you want to call it that. But again, through the top lane, AI640, he's looked so good. The Aatrox was very good, deathless in game 1, and now looking to take the same form, is now purchases that Rift Maker, and he will look to keep on pushing this Nasus further and further back in this game. Fleet footwork for the Nasus in this game, you can understand why, but it's a 2-level discrepancy. Crims, you already referenced it, that CS discrepancy as well. It looks heavily one-sided on the top half of this map.
Yeah, 50 CS down is huge. And maybe we can take this time to peek at the gold here. Good old Express from Lucan going to show us now, instead of the items, the gold difference, as Crypt City has found Adam in the jungle. And while Angel is dodging this Ornn here, we can see mid lane is the closest one by far. And that top differential, 3k, absolutely massive difference. Jungle 1.6, nice. And bot side, 1k is nice.
Oh, well. Curse's mummy lands, bandage toss lands as well. Spell shield didn't come out in time, and Dark Wencray goes under the turret, gets that kill. We're going to see an ultimate in the top lane on his electric. He'll walk away. The Fury Sands, Depth Charge going to go down onto the Ornn. Nature's Gas going to go through from Shredding as well. They'll peel back and decide that Adam will suffice in that case, as Shredding collects the 6th kill of his game.
All right, they got out of the grasp of Maokai there. Unfortunately, Angel, I thought, was going to be particularly safe with the spell shield. Okay, here we go.
Bella's breath was good, but not good enough. As Shelly gets that turret down, Shredder, and goes away, but the Ornn will fall in that mid lane. Shelly looking for the second cast of the charge. Kaiser coolness. Got rooted up for a second. He'll walk behind, actually limp behind that second tier in that mid lane. I believe Shelly got the charge off, but she will go down, and there'll be no more siege. As look at the ward coverage. So Team Ambition, they know what's happening in front of them, but they just can't answer.
Yeah, they can react, but they're going to be too slow. And not going to be able to follow up here. And now it's looking like Onyx, they have a foothold in the game. They're starting to just collapse these turrets here. They're pushing out, getting massive amounts of pressure. This dragon, I imagine, is going to be theirs, and that's going to be the 3rd dragon in a row, so they're going to be on Soul Point as well. And, I mean, despite how close it was in the beginning here, Lamb, Onyx just making it look clinical here.
Oh, it's electric. Just doesn't respect the damage of the Yoni. He's got Blade of the Ruined King in the inventory. Cuts him down in record time.
Absolutely. Huge for the carries of Onyx. And now we just gotta wait 10 seconds, it seems, about, for probably a fight for this dragon here. Adam again is forced away. Kaiser clearing in the jungle nearby, as his team is not in position to tackle this dragon. Crit City walking up.
Bandage tossed, and Tyson from Kaiser coolness lands that one, has another one. Grump trolling, goes back and doesn't want to be attacked by anybody. The Smite, what are you doing? Yep, won't come away eventually. Let that frog heal.
Imagine if that happened to humans, like if you fought someone, but then after like 10 seconds of not fighting, you just heal up rapidly.
And that would catch you off guard for sure. I mean, it's pretty. That's pretty broken.
Would just like go back right into the fight.
Oh, pretty broken. We'll see if this is broken. Ultimate goes out from 2. They'll fall back on a Chris A, and that's going to be Kaiser coolness going down here. The quickness, Adam. There's just no damage to follow up. Call of the Forge goes out. It's only going to happen on the backside. And see Gwen cleaning the edge. Real up's electric. Lost doesn't have any teammates. Seeing Dark Wencray getting soloed by AI640. It's just too much for Team Ambition to handle, as they're going to hand over the ace and that soul point.
A valiant attempt, but you only get the Nautilus. Not worthwhile trade for the ace. They're going to be going marching right over that Baron. They're going to be taking the Baron out of the rift here. As, yeah, that was a slaughter yet again. Onyx, I mean, they just have the lead again. They're in position for the fights, despite the best efforts of Team Ambition. They can't really get a solid fight here. and their pick potential is not nearly as good as it was.
Oh, Ezreal almost got the scuttle there. That would have been pretty poggers. Not gonna happen.
Gonna pop off if that.
I was gonna go crazy. Adam stuck in the
wait,
pit.
they got him in the pit. Oh
yeah,
no!
He gets the battle dance back out. Zelectric just left alone in there. Withers basically withered himself. Yeah, he's crippled in there. Can't get out. AI 640 gonna pick that one up. Rude over the wall with Kaiser coolness. Sapling will probably slow him down again. Over the wall again. Goes to Gwen with the scissors. Those are big scissors. That might be a degree in hairdressing. I don't know. But that's a triple kill, and that's what I do know. And that Baron will go over to Olympus Onyx, and they are looking to secure the game.
Yeah, that haircut from Gwen just a little too close. And Kaiser just kicked the bucket right after.
It's like when you try a new hairdresser and
They cut you.
Yeah. Well, if they cut you, then you're probably going to the wrong hairdresser. Let me tell you.
That happened to me. I got a haircut and they cut my ear. Like,
oh my god!
Sliced through it. I didn't even notice it happened, and then I was like bleeding.
You just regenerate that back.
I mean, it stuck back together after.
Wait, how can you cut the ear off? You'd think that you'd notice that.
I didn't say it got cut off. I said
completely.
It got cut. Okay. Yes, my hairdresser amputated my ear while I was having a haircut, and I didn't notice.
Fun fact. Crimson's hairdresser is a hairdresser plus a black market surgeon. So
that's where she makes all the money. Oh man!
If you're looking for ears,
I should have realized after the first year.
Well, that's where the other one went. No, he's earless. Hairless and earless. It's getting out of order. All right, what's our order?
Nose, I should have put it together.
Death charge on Ezreal. Sieging in the mid lane. The Baron buff fully in play now. Zelectric just doesn't seem to get a grasp on what's happening. Even the Krugs is trying to help him out there. They feel bad for the Nasus up there in the top lane. They're letting them siege in the mid lane. You can't stop this siege. It just seems relentless at this point.
Yeah, they're going to be knocking down these turrets. They're going to be spread out as well. And that's not something they want to do. They want to stick together. 4 or 5-man squad is pretty apt for them here. They are defending that Baroned up cannon minion with their lives because it is taking out that turret. That is their longest range member on the team.
The call is being made. Kaiser coolness goes to the front line, gets the stun off for a second. AI 640. Yeah, there used to be an on there, but no more. That's Crimson's hairdresser in the bot lane, getting that one over, looking damn good as well. 7-0, looking to go deathless again as they get the first inhibitor of the game. Now they're on to that second one, and that bot side is going to take a monumental effort for Team Ambition Dayspa to actually stop this. The goal lead insurmountable, not even worth talking about. 16,000, as I believe that ultimate goes out as a zoning ultimate from the Markeyes. Electric Fury of the Sands is about to be up. Trucial Barrage goes out, but they get the next turn. Number 1 down is Electric, getting chucked up like a flipping pinata. He goes down again, the 5th time in the game for him as they make the last stand. There's going to be a Trano back actually, so it's a 4v5 for now. Yoni just grasping the game, getting the kills. That's a triple kill, looking for the quadra kill. Will it go over to the Yona? Yes, it will. League survivor surviving this one gets the second ace of the game. Olympus Onyx takes the series 2-0.
All right, they clean it up. Finally, at 24 minutes. That was a fast series overall. Sorry, Team Ambition. And guess what? AI is going to take over completely.
No.
Gone deathless in this game. No one can take out AI 640. On the Gwen was a monster. On the Aatrox, completely took over it as well. No one can stop this computer.
2 25-minute games is not bad. Not bad at all. If you're looking to speedrun it, then you definitely done that in a sense. But it's really good that you highlight that top lane play. Zelectric, very unfortunate. Actually got an assist in this one. So I guess that's an improvement from the Soraka game. Team Ambition, you know, we've seen glimpses in the first game. Kaiser doing things, Ezreal in this one. I rip. Unfortunate, right?
Yeah,
it just didn't gel together, Crims.
He made
good try.
He made an attempt to rip, but
good try.
Wasn't able to get his hands on there.
No. And of course, Dark Wankery in the mid lane as well. The Ornn actually didn't look so bad. I thought that looked actually pretty good.
It was a good attempt. as well. Just everyone falling around him. It's hard to stand as a
Yep.
singular pillar versus a team of Onyx. And I mean, as I said, the matchup's not that bad for the Ornn, especially once you get the Warden's Mail as well. That does a lot to reduce the damage of Ornn. And they did find some picks in the mid lane. It's hard to play and win the game through Ornn though. Like you really need damage, especially against a team of Onyx, because you need someone to kill those carries in a blink of an eye. And unfortunately, there was no one capable of doing that. And Ezreal wasn't really in a position to be supplying that damage.
No, and wasn't really given a platform to do that, Crims. So, maybe for Team Ambition, they're at that point in the season where they're just having for fun with it, right? And, maybe it's a little bit of both. We see glimpses and then all of a sudden they're like, well, we can't really keep up with the draft that we've got. And, either way, it's still entertaining. That game went closer than game one, albeit that this one actually finished in less time. But that's always something that can be worked on to make sure that doesn't happen again. Basically, Olympus Onyx in both games to get the Baron, they snowballed the game. Very hard to actually keep them out there. But shredding in this one was everywhere. Absolutely everywhere on this Maokai. And 25 KP out of 28 shows you how significant, even though this Maokai is not prioritized anymore, that it still has a massive effect and a massive say on how these team fights go.
I mean, it's only really the AP version that got significantly nerfed. Tank version still quite excellent. And it does help when you get a triple kill in the mid lane, picking up like a 4-0-1 score line right there, and then pick up some kills topside as well. So they really accelerated this Maokai and was able to affect the map. And then Kaiser Coolness kind of wasn't able to keep up. And that's not, I mean, after the 3 kills in mid lane, it's kind of hard to do that against Maokai at that point.
It most definitely is. And I mean, it's only a learning curve. I mean, these guys will probably go back to the drawing board and draw everything on it, but preparing for games, and that's completely fine. And it's thoroughly entertaining. I thought that, sending that on to the mid lane, that was exciting as well in Dark Wind. Unfortunately, just didn't pay off. So commiserations again, they go out to Team Ambition Day Spa. Thank you for letting us cast over your game, even though all the memes and everything. Love the Soraka bit, by the way. And I know Crims really like that.
Oh, sure.
But again, we have to kind of reiterate the fact that Olympus Onyx, even though that Team Ambition Day Spa, they didn't turn up today, that they still played a hell of a game and they thoroughly deserve to win the series today.
Yeah, Onyx showed up as well. Turned on the Jets for a very important game because they're still in the running, but that does mean that a team has been eliminated. And I think it's the first team as well. So commiserations out to Team Ambition for not picking up the win here. You still have 2 weeks to play, so you guys are crazy. Go ahead and do even crazier stuff. Get creative. No reason to hold back now. I don't know. Do whatever kind of team comp you feel like. Teemo, Nasus. Wow,
you really want that Teemo. You really want that Teemo.
No, I don't want the Teemo. But
give them the Teemo hover next time.
Nah, yeah, they're gonna hover Teemo for sure. That's gonna be without a doubt. But unfortunately, Team Ambition, not gonna be able to pick up a win. But now you have that. You don't have the pressure on you. So let's see some crazy plays. I want to see some gusto from Team Ambition in the next coming weeks.
Well, some gusto it might come, but what there is to come is there's going to be post-stream interviews again. I know how much everybody really enjoyed those ones going forward, so that's definitely going to be something that the winning team will get to say their thoughts, and it'll be interesting thoughts from Olympus Onyx. And of course, there's in the works, actually, there's breaking news, Crims, breaking news. A podcast might be coming soon to Titan, and maybe sooner than you think. So all the talent in Titan will get together and talk about you guys and how we're so much better. That's pretty much it. Yeah. And Crims will be the host. He will be the antagonizing guy that sets up everybody to get shot down. That's pretty much the way it's going to go, Crims, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be the star of the show. I'm also going to be the Flame Lord.
It just comes out, I'm going to be the star of the show. Yeah, I'm going to be the star. Forget about all these. Hey, these guys. Yeah, he's basically going to be the Steve Wilkos of the Jerry Springer, and he's going to take over next. That's what's going to happen. But
yeah, I'm going to be receiving a lot of booze, but also You know, it's just another form of praise to my ears. It's gonna
Well,
sound like a lot of clapping and cheers.
I'm so glad your ears are still working after that horrible hairdressing experience. But guys,
yeah.
we're gonna put a close on the night here. It's been thoroughly entertaining. Olympus Onyx are your victors, 2-0 in the series. Thoroughly deserved. Team Ambition Day Spa. We look forward to what you guys got up your sleeve for the rest of the season. So big shout out to Lucan, our production for this evening. As always, it's very clean, very crisp, no hiccups with the audio, no robots other than AI 640 actually smurfing in that top lane. So keep your eyes on him going forward. But from me, Lamb, from Crims, from everybody at Titan, good night, and we'll see you next week.